Wait, what?
So amazing. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Ty Smith.
What is really Fokios and Fokaramas? I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, double check to make sure that you are. But if you are fairly new to the channel, get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. What's going on, folks? Appreciate you guys all being here. Y'all heard the intro. Make sure you do that. Make sure you follow me up here, right there, and right here. And I'm also on Twitter as The Real Ty Smith, and another YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father, and a channel directed solely for memes called Meme Stream Media. All right, folks, so you guys all kind of been hearing what's been going on with this Donald Trump case and how he's been ordered to pay over $350 million and barred from real estate dealings for 3 years. And then his son, who I played a video in one of my other segments, ordered to pay $4 million and can't do business with real estate either. Now that this thing is considered to be a little bit over, there is going to be a process where they say guarantee your money back, that there's going to be an appeals process. But let me show you what his lawyer had to say after the ruling.
Here with reaction, Trump legal spokeswoman Alina Habba is with us. Alina, you know, I'm not going to act like I was surprised, because I wasn't surprised. This was a predetermined outcome. In so many ways, the judge stuck throughout the entire trial to the insane valuation of Mar-a-Lago at $18 million. It is far closer to $1 billion if you just extrapolate out a 2-acre lot being worth $200 million on sale for $200 million in Palm Beach. I have many more such examples. So the question is, how does the judge get away with being far more guilty of the very thing that they said Donald Trump was guilty of?
I think the biggest message I can give the American people tonight is that he's not going to get away with it. Letitia James is not going to get away with it. The Biden administration is not going to get away with it. There is a point, and I want to say something that different than I normally do. We have the order now. I'm free to speak. And let me just say, as somebody who sat there in the trial, Sean, and I'm so happy you invited me on to say this, they will not get away with it. We will come at them. We will come hard, and we will literally fight until the truth comes out. There was nothing wrong. President Trump has done nothing wrong. All he has done is won a campaign, and that is scaring them, because they know when he goes back in November 2024, he is going to clean house. And that is truly the problem. It's not about Mar-a-Lago's worth. It's not worth $18 million. It's worth probably $1.5 billion at the least. It is not worth Trump Tower, 40 Wall Street. That's not what this is about, Sean. You know it, and I know it. This is the new form of election interference. This is a campaign that cannot succeed with Biden and Kamala. So what they have to do is weaponize DAs and AGs, have Soros back them, fund them, Reid Hoffman back them, fund them, and come after Trump, everything Trump, including his children, his company, employees that are working for him, doing their job. That is the desperation of our country at this moment, which is about to go into world war. This is crazy. And it is sick. It's Trump derangement syndrome. That's literally the best thing I could explain to you. And just know this, and for all those people that understand what is going on, we will win. We will fight, because the facts are on our side. There are politicized judges. There are politicized DAs and AGs. But I do not have a doubt that in the end we will succeed.
Tell us what your strategy is going forward, Alina.
It's very simple. The left-wing media, unfortunately, will report cases. I had another case that just went through in New York, the great state of New York, which is completely fallen apart. My strategy is to use the facts, to use the transcripts. We make a record, even when they try and gag us, even when they try and tell us, Alina, I'm going to put you in jail if you object to a PowerPoint slide that proves your case. It doesn't matter. I object anyway. We made a record, and the record is clear because their orders are transparent. They show a completely biased transcript. They show that the hearings, the law is not on their side. So they get their headline during an election season, but that is not going to be how we win. We have to fight the fight for the long run. And that truly is, Sean, my strategy. That's all of our strategy. We will use the transcript. We will use the evidence. We will use the witnesses, the real facts, not the media. And it's no disrespect to the media, but I was there. We did nothing wrong. Those statements of financial condition, Sean, were undervalued. We did absolutely nothing wrong. Imagine you're dragging children through this. That's the desperation we're at. Alan Weisselberg, Jeff McConney, people that did their jobs and did nothing wrong. And that is how desperate they are because they're going to lose. We have a person who literally cannot walk up the stairs without falling down. So what do you have to do? You have to lie, cheat, and steal. And now we have political lawfare. We will win in the appellate division. I have zero concern about that.
All right, let's talk about the appeals process. The appellate court comes next. After that, I would assume the New York Supreme Court, if necessary. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it seems like you'll take it all the way.
Everything has, this is the lower level. Shouldn't have even been in this court, Sean. We should have been in the commercial division because they used a commercial consumer fraud statute against a private company that shouldn't have been used. But we're here now. So now we have to deal with this judge who didn't give us a jury, who literally had Miss James had her shoes off in court. Let's not forget that. I called it out in the closing argument, but it's true. She had a Starbucks coffee in her hand. She wasn't doing work. She wasn't sitting at the counsel table. She was in the back with her shoes off and a coffee. And at the end of the day, we're sitting there looking at this going, this is the state of our country. AGs are so comfortable in court that they know that they don't even have to do the job. They don't have to do the work. They're going to let their people do it. They're going to sit there and they're going to win. That's a problem. Yeah. So we're going to go up to the next level. We're going to go to people that aren't running on a campaign, running to get Trump before they're even in office, and we will win. That's how it's got. It's honestly, unfortunately, the way it's got to go.
If we had equal justice and we had equal application of our laws, that would mean Judge Engoron in this case. I think he would be brought up in another civil case for giving false valuations of Mar-a-Lago. And I just gave a small amount of evidence, and I can give you voluminous amounts of evidence that his appraisal of Mar-a-Lago was so outrageous, but they needed that to do this. All right, Alina Habba, thank you. We'll be watching the appeals as they go forward.
Yeah, see, y'all saw that, you heard all that, and you can tell she is pissed. And some of y'all, like I said, everybody's on different spectrums. Some people saying it's rightfully deserved. Some of you guys are like, no, it's not rightfully deserved. Some people are saying Trump is a criminal and he shouldn't have did what he did. Some of you guys are saying this is nothing more than a witch hunt and election interference. They know what they're doing. They just scared of what Trump's going to do come November, like his lawyer just got done saying. Now, what's interesting is what was posted on the New York Post. And you guys might find this interesting, okay? And again, this is from the New York Post. Okay? So here it is. Here's what Trump's $355 million ruling means from his company, Real Estate Empire Wallet. But there was something that I had that I was looking at before I got to that. I want y'all to check this out. This is what I was kind of looking at. I'm like, wait a minute. This says right here. What the heck is this white thing right there that keeps getting in the way? What the heck? See that? Dem elites shouldn't be laughing at Trump's civil trial outcome. They just made him a political martyr. Trump looked like he pissed off right there too, walking at that court mad. All right. This says former President Donald Trump was found guilty in his civil fraud trial in New York, resulting in a $355 million fine and a 3-year ban from running a business in New York. Was there ever a more predictable outcome than that of Donald Trump's civil trial? Attorney General Letitia James came into office vowing to punish him and ignore all other crimes. Judge Arthur Engoron found him guilty before anyone even set foot in the courtroom, this is saying. It was all over, but the punishment, a $355 million fine and a 3-year ban from running a business in New York, guess they were out of tar and feathers, this says. This was a politically motivated trial from the start, one that had progressive James protecting big banks she would otherwise demean. Congratulations, you've won a trial without victims and prove that Donald Trump likes to exaggerate. Now, this, what you guys were just saying before I even got to that, was Donald Trump ordered to pay $350 million. Now, this right here. Here's what Trump's $355 million fraud ruling means for his company, real estate empire, and wallet. A New York court delivered, blah, blah, blah. Y'all already read this, but it's unlikely that Trump's name will be erased from the Big Apple skyline after Manhattan Supreme Court Justice Arthur Engoron rejected the New York Attorney General's request to permanently bar him from doing business in the state where he shot to fame. Here's what the ruling means for Trump real estate empire, his family company, and his wallet. Since prior to the trial, the judge had yanked Trump's business license for the Trump Organization, issuing what attorneys described as the corporate death penalty after finding him liable for New York Attorney General Letitia James' main claim of fraud. But in Friday's ruling, Engoron reinstated Trump's business certificates and left it up to a third-party monitor to oversee the former president's prized assets such as Midtown's Trump Tower and the iconic New York properties. This is a complete reversal from the last decision, and it's much more palatable for Trump, said real estate lawyer Adam Lippman Bailey, who has sued Trump in the past. He went from ordering Trump to potentially have to sell all of New York assets within a short amount of time to just having a monitor oversee things without giving her direction on what she's supposed to do, Lyman Bailey added. The ruling also bars Trump from being the CEO of Trump Org or holding any top business offices in the state for 3 years, but the ex-president could appoint someone else to run the company during that time, with the business staying in New York. How will the ruling affect Trump's namesake company? The ruling creates more possible headaches for Trump family business by enhancing ex-federal judge Barbara Jones' role in keeping a watchful eye over the Trump Org as what called an independent monitor. The real estate holding company was already required to flag major financial moves to Jones, and Engoron on Friday extended her role no less than 3 more years. Jones must also explain in court papers due in 30 days what specific authority or power she would need to create an enhanced monitorship of Trump's company. Trump also required to install new independent compliance officer at his own expense to ensure that the business follows financial reporting and accounting rules, the ruling states. So, will the ruling bankrupt Trump? The biggest headache Trump is likely to face immediately is coming up with a security bond to cover the $355 million penalty plus the 9% interest rate. While he is expected to appeal wins its way through New York's appellate courts, most bond companies will require Trump to pony up around 10% of the penalty in cash and then put up some of his properties as collateral to cover the rest of the bond, lawyers told the Post. The ex-president could either put up the entire staggering amount of cash himself or find a wealthy benefactor to chip in on his behalf. Elon Musk? No, I'm just joking. But you never know. Let's see. Whether Trump will be able to make this happen could put his boast about being a multi-billionaire with hundreds of millions of dollars in cash flow to the test. If we're to believe Trump's claim about his wealth, posting an undertaking of this magnitude plus interest while the appeal is pending shouldn't be a problem for him, financially speaking, New York civil lawyer Melissa Levine told the Post last week. However, if we consider the actual numbers and facts we've been privy to regarding how much he's truly worth, Levin added, this could be a huge blow to the viability of his business and the personal financial stability. How much is Trump worth? The Trump Org in 2021 documented entered into evidence that during the fraud trial, Trump had close to $293 million in cash and cash equivalents of his disposal and a total net worth of $4.5 billion through AG office called the number trumped up. Trump will get a lot of money he puts up back if an appeals court lowers the amount of penalties ordered by Engoron. But the property mongo is likely to be charged with multi-million-dollar non-refundable fee from the bond company, lawyers have said. How would Trump likely appeal the ruling play out? Trump's legal team had already announced plans to appeal Engoron's ruling, and it will take a couple of years for the case to make its way through the courts. First, Trump's lawyer would file an appeal to the First Department of the State Appellate Division, and the case would ultimately end up being heard by the state court's appeal in Albany. Trump may want to add someone onto his legal team more well-versed in the, Byzantine world of New York real estate than his current roster of attorneys, said veteran New York lawyer Ron Ruby. Trump's current legal team is dazzlingly ill-equipped to deal with extraordinarily complex appeals process, Kuby told the Post. The Attorney General's office has many lawyers who know exactly how to navigate this process. Trump's team has none. Trump was represented at the trial by Chris Kiss, who has mostly tried the case in Florida over his decade-long career, and Alina Habba, who has had a rapid rise of fame after joining Trump's legal team in 2021, but is relatively new to trying high-profile cases. I try to say whole profile. Okay, what's next for Trump? The payment is not the only heavily penalty Trump has ordered to pay. A Manhattan federal judge ordered him last month to pay $83.3 million for defamation advice columnist E. Jean Carroll, whom the separate jury found he sexually assaulted. So that is a whole lot of stuff that's going on right there. I think, though, the fact that they say it may take a couple of years for all this to pretty much make its way through the court system, it's a good chance he might be president by then. So a whole lot of stuff can change by then. And you heard what his lawyer said. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I tell you what, it is going to be interesting. First, we got to get through what's about to happen and unfold prior to the election. I know I said I was going to say during the election, but I think we're going to have to figure out some stuff that's going to be happening prior to the election. There's going to be probably a whole lot of more things that's going to come out regarding Trump having to make his way through whatever else he might get charged with, which can cause him, like they said, to not be able to campaign. And you guys heard me say in an earlier video that Trump not campaigning may not be that bad of a thing, because if Joe Biden was able to stay in the basement and still win the election, then maybe Trump don't have to be on none of these campaigns to boost his popularity, because it seems like the more they charge Trump, the more these things come out, like this article the New York Post said, the more they seem to make him that much more popular. It just seems that way. Now, again, those of you that may see things from a different perspective that a lot of other people do, feel free to state your perspective in here. If you feel the need to be on Trump's side in this particular case, state your reasons why. I mean, we already know that there's, people are saying there's a witch hunt. This is deliberate. This is Joe Biden weaponizing the DOJ and weaponizing these corrupt left systems with people already in place who has it out for Trump, because Trump is trying to break up what they're trying to usher into America through neo-Marxism, through the race, through the division, through the southern border stuff. All those things are happening as if they feeling like this is something that the global elitists, these families of like Rothschild and Rockefellers and Gates and Schwab and all of them folks with the World Economic Forum, all of them, he's messing up their agenda and how they want to run America and what they're trying to usher in. So anybody can feel free to comment on what you think is going on here, because I like reading you guys' comments and hearing different people's perspective and what they see and what they feel, no matter if you're on the left, no matter if you're on the right. I just like seeing it, and after I see that and I read it, it just gives me different ideas of what people's mindsets are when it comes to something like this. So if y'all would, please hit that like button right now if you don't mind. Also, if you do not mind, going into your cell phone and letting somebody know about this channel and encourage them to subscribe to the channel. Let's hear it, folks. I am Ty Smith, the Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious, it does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.